Let's talk about Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. This is one of my favorite games. We have the characters. Mio Amikara, that's the main character. She's the younger of the twins. Has a bright and outgoing personality. Her desire to protect Mayo comes from the responsibility she feels for an accident that injured Mayo when they were children. By taking her hand, she can sometimes see the unbelievable scenery as her sister does, but overall she is not as sensitive to the paranormal as Mayo. And then we have Mayo Amakara. He's Mio's sister. Gentle, withdrawn, and thoughtful, physically quite weak, and relies heavily on her sister Mio. Fell from a mountain path when playing with Mio as a child, leaving her legs weak. Due to this, she rarely runs. Although she is very sensitive to the paranormal, she has little resistance to it and is often used by ghosts as a medium. Then we have Etsuku Takabane, a boy with white hair with whom Mio meets in the village. He's a prisoner, gives advice to Mio through a small window in a cell. He hangs himself. Sejer Maccabi, expert in folklore, comes to the vanished village in order to do research on mysterious customs. Using a strange photographic device, he wants to record the village and its customs. Let's read the synopsis. The day of a new ritual approaches. Legend tells of a lost village whose population vanished during the eve of a sacred ceremony. Wreathed in thick fog and held forever in endless nightfall, those who wander through its nearby forest are in danger of being spirited away to this desolate remain. Now, twin sisters have found themselves trapped in this lost village and are in danger of succumbing to the ritual of the Crimson Sacrifice, where one sister kills the other. Sequel to the most frightening game of all time. Warning, do not play this game alone. That's what the marketing says. Let's read the prologue, and then I'll get into the review. Mio and Mayo, twin sisters, are visiting their childhood home. This spot, a secret highway for the pair, is due to be swallowed by a lake come the end of the summer. Lost in her memories, Mio finally raises her head to find that Mayo has vanished. Looking around, Mayo spots her sister following a crimson butterfly deeper into the forest. Mayo runs through the forest, as though led on by the fluttering insect. As she runs, her fleeting form begins to be overlaid with that of a woman dressed in white. There's always a creepy woman dressed in white, like a kimono white dress. It's always one of those. Chasing after her sister, Mayo suddenly finds herself alone on a foggy mountain road. Carried on the wind, a sad song floats through her ears. Then she starts to see lights through the gaps in the trees. As though accepting the unspoken invitation, Mayo follows the rows of festival lights. However, when the dense forest opens into a clearing, it is Mayo who is standing there alone, surrounded by countless crimson butterflies. Mayo, responding to Mio's call, Mayo slowly turns. The crimson butterflies dance away as one, the lost village. Spreading there before the twins, crouching in the fog and darkness, lays a mysterious village. The game setting, the village, the vanished village, All God's village. This village is said to have once stood in the forest, deep in the mountains. This forest is now due to be lost with the creation of a new dam. The story goes that, on the eve of a special festival, the village just suddenly vanished, leaving the forest wreathed in a thick fog. Many also say that if you should happen to get lost in the forest, you will be spirited away to this lost village. The village where the crimson butterflies dance. The village held forever in the grip of a never-ending night. So that's the game. It's a good game. It's got cool effects. It took me about 15 hours to beat. When I played it, it was a lot of fun. It is cool because this all happens at night with lanterns. And it's a cool layout in how you kind of start on a hill and then you descend into the village following the butterfly. And you explore a lot of different buildings, which is kind of what makes it more interesting than the first game. The environment's bigger. Instead of just one big mansion, you go into several houses and several different buildings within the village. So that's really cool. And like the description said, it all takes place at night, which is interesting. It might be the first Fatal Frame all took place at night as well. But that's different from Silent Hill because that has some daytime atmosphere. This one doesn't. This one's just all at night. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun with the game. It was cool. I like the lanterns. I like the village layout. And I like shooting ghosts with the camera. It's a lot of fun. Good game to play. Good game.